What's up, guys? My name is Legend of Shellda. Huge shout out to UTSA M.O.B. Thank you guys so much for having me. Also, huge shout out to Anna and Mr. Roland. FYI, I am starting my set with YMI Originals, unreleased, so hopefully y'all like it. Thank you, guys.
We live in a collective paranoia. People dependent on each other's errors to control and exploit. Now and then we even communicate with one another.
Human error is always the best exploit.
The key is to look for their demons. I'm not crazy, am I?
Switch. Okay.
in the coop, so sick, chicken soup. Walk in, kill the room, so sick, chicken soup. Spice Girl in the coop, so sick, chicken soup. Walk in, kill the room, so sick, chicken soup, 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 Spice Girl in the coop. Chicken soup, walk in, kill the room, so sick, chicken soup, Spice Girl in the coop, so sick, chicken soup, walk in, kill the room, so sick, chicken soup, Spice Girl, chicken soup, 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 Spice Girl in the coop.
Bubble, baby. Bubble baby.
Bubble baby.
Utopia. Power. Power. That's power. Power.
I found the antidote. Well, let's see now.
Can't believe it's not butter. It looks great. 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 I still can't believe it's not butter. Not butter. Not butter. better. I still can't believe it's not better.
You know.
Gonna be a
up, guys? I have some unreleased stuff right here. Shout out to Lovely Bones.
I know you better than under the
I know you better.
Yeah. Yeah, I might just lose it. Hey. What's up with them beats, boy? Wait, hold up. We about to run it up. Hold up, let me fuck it up.
Man, this shit is sick, boy.
What's up with them beats, boy? Boy, 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 boy.
Man, this shit is sick, boy.
and she drive a Maserati. Then she got a body, she be tryna party. She be tryna party. Surfboard shawty, she just got the wave. 24 been getting big. Diamonds in her watch, no shades. All these lights on the chain and no arcade. Pop one pill, pop two pills. Roll, 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 now she going downhill. And she was born in Texas, so you know she flexing. Shawty got style, I can tell how she dressed. She just moved to LA. She be tryna party. She just moved to LA. She be tryna party. She just moved to LA. She be tryna party. She be tryna party. She just moved to LA.
I like when we walk the streets, late night crash, we sleep on the beach. I thought you were a dream, act so cool, well I tear at the seams. In blue jeans, got hot cold, we know what we want, can I be?
What's up, guys? This is my last song right here. Once again, thank you so much, UTSA Mob,
On the count,
for having me.
hard to breathe when you're here. I can't speak, but I could tell you anything just to see you put your arms around me. I could stop heading your way in the dark. I would break your walls apart if you wanna put your arms around me.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Virtual Underground Online Music and Arts Festival experience. So this is not only where you get to experience all the different artists and musicians and see their live performances, you know, on our social media accounts, but also where you get to meet the artists as well. So today we have legend of Shellda.
What's up, guys?
She is a DJ, a producer, and yeah, everyone give it up for Shelly.
Yay!
Cool. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here today, Shelly. You know, I'm just gonna ask you a couple questions about your musical aspirations, and where you see your music heading to in the future. So,
Okay.
yeah. So first, you can just feel free to introduce yourself. You know, tell us a little bit about your music. How do you create your music, and what's the message that you're trying to send to your people?
So, I mean, I've been DJing for, I want to say 5 years now, and the music I started off with versus now, it's completely different. So I felt like throughout the years I found myself. So after pretty much mastering DJing, I guess you can say, I started getting into production, and I really love more of the super heavy bass, dubstep mixed with trap, a little bit of hip hop in there. So that's mainly what I produce. And I love Ableton. That's like the one I always go to. I tried other DAWs, but that's the one I feel more comfortable with. And usually when I play like sets and stuff, I range mainly from like 150 to 100 BPM, depends, but it's mainly like dubstep trap. And that's my kind of energy, just bringing out like heavy, fun energy for the most part.
Nice. So just like heavy bass for everybody.
Yeah, I mean
Right.
there's like it's a roller coaster. I'm not gonna be like constantly with energy, but like there's
Yeah.
breakdowns and stuff like that. But for the most part, it's like hyped energy, I guess you can say.
Nice. That's really great. Awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hey, Shelly, this
Mm-hmm.
COVID-19 pandemic affects several industries, but especially the music industry, with canceled live performances and social media live performances recorded at home. How have you been able to keep up with your artistry and musicianship for when you can DJ publicly again?
Um, well, we've been helping each other out, staying in contact by like throwing, I guess you can say virtual festivals, and they're more like live shows. So we get on Twitch and we kind of support each other and check each other out. And even big artists such as like, uh, those big artists that play for EDC or Sun City and stuff like that. They've been throwing a lot of big shows as well, which is like Disco Donnie and all of those big labels and stuff like that. So we still try and keep ourselves busy, try and entertain ourselves, and more than anything, like I guess big artists try to just show support and just so people, I guess like me, that are underrated still have, I guess, like the energy and motivation of seeing them still hustling, it helps.
Nice.
Have you been broadcasting yourself on Twitch?
I've done a few shows, so not me personally, but under, I guess, like an entertainment group. They record different DJs, including myself, and they have it there. So I can always go back, and it helps. Honestly, it helps like going back and seeing yourself, what you were doing, or if you felt like you messed up and actually were like, oh, it actually sounded okay. I was just tripping, I guess,
Yeah.
It's actually good.
That's
awesome.
that's really nice that you guys are doing that, like Twitch. And there's also other accounts that I've heard of, like everyone's doing music online festivals, and
Yeah.
there's one, oh, it's called Stage It. That's actually one that my professor sent me. It's been a thing, like it's something that people have been using, but just in these past 2 weeks, they've made more money than any other time just because of the whole
Yeah. People have been just on social media for the most part. And like I told you, I've been literally on my computer since till 6 a.m. I start like around 6 p.m. till 6 a.m. and I'm just working on production, watching videos, trying to get better, People don't even keep up. I lost track of time. I don't even know, just wake up and work.
Like schedule's crazy now. And it's good to get lost. I mean, when you're getting lost with good reason, like getting lost in your at the time,
for
then,
good reasons. Yeah.
That's really cool. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, the next question I'm gonna ask you.
What is it?
What keeps you motivated and thriving as an artist for those hard times when you feel like nobody's really there to support you? And especially during those times when you feel like you're doing really well, but you don't want to get too complacent. So just what keeps you motivated?
For me, I would say, I've gone through some really rough times, and it's hard to stay focused, but I tend to watch like 30-minute live streams or quick, I guess I like to see like tours. You know how some DJs kind of like, they kind of start recording their tours and their experience of what goes through there. That keeps me motivated, seeing what they do throughout their tour. And also, I guess I meditate, and I tend to just find positive energy, and that helps me kind of like go back into like my motivation status, I guess you can say, like kind of like getting that bad energy out, and it keeps me positive, just moving forward.
Nice. That's really awesome. So meditation especially, and always just comparing yourself to yourself, because even at
and it really helps going back to when you first started versus like where you're at now. And it's like I've really done a lot, I don't want to stop, because looking back, it's like I did not know anything, and now if people ask me questions, it's like I know a lot, so I got to keep going,
Yeah, definitely. Nice.
Yeah, that's the way I see it.
That's really good advice for people out there, especially those that do compare themselves, and especially with production, it's so hard to it's easy to think that you know nothing because there's so much to learn.
It really, there's a lot, and it's just better to it's just good to always look back and be like, where was I back then to where I'm at now? You know, I always think like when you had it before, and like now it's like you're smart, like you're getting it down, so keep going. You know. Yeah, you play guitar, right, Anna? Like when you first started, like versus now, it's like you know how to play guitar, so you just gotta keep going.
Yeah, that's super true. You know, and I'm even guilty of it when it comes to production, because it feels like there's so much out there that it's pretty intimidating. But just really just comparing yourself to yourself at all times, because everyone's on a different path. You know. So yeah.
Shelley, the life of a musician or a DJ could be like what you see in the movies, and crazy, unexpected things can happen during a live set, during a performance. Is there anything you'd like to share of the craziest thing that you've ever experienced while being up on stage and DJing, or perhaps on a Twitch stream or something?
When I first started, I was at the bar. It was mainly like, I guess, Latin music. But anyways, that was like one of my first gigs ever. And anything can happen. So I was just there doing my thing, DJing, and here comes this drunk guy, just like, oh my God, you're doing so good. And I'm like, thanks, dude. Oh, well, how do you work this thing? I'm like, whatever, I'm trying to ignore him. And he had his drink up here. What do you know? He spilled it all over my stuff. So you have to have like backup stuff ready. So I remember I had like a aux cord, and I just connected like, I guess Pandora, Spotify, to my phone, and I just let that play. Meanwhile, I started like freaking out about my decks, tried cleaning it ASAP, you know, try and dry it, because equipment's expensive and people are just careless and very just don't care, you know. So things like that happened. Mainly like that, you know, for like big shows like that is usually people who are just drunk or just out of their minds, and trouble comes around the corner. So and it's always that kind of show. Yeah, and that's the thing, like that's why for shows and stuff, people are usually like on a platform, like you said. But in this case, I was just there like I guess level with everyone, so it's easier for them to come up and do stuff like that.
So, Shelley, where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years from now? Is your music, is this something, well, from the sounds of it, this is something that sounds like you're trying to pursue, you know, as a career, as a goal, or is this more like a hobby for you?
No, this is definitely something that I want to do for the rest of my life. And it's hard because you talk to your parents about it, or even friends, and they're like, you know, keep dreaming. But 5 to 10 years from now, hopefully get signed up to a label, maybe not a big one, but a very well-known one, to start at least. And it's definitely possible, because I have friends who are already on that stage, you know. They're not like, I made it, but they're like, I'm there, you know. So I do see myself like within the 5-10 years like touring and hopefully living on airports. I see that like, you know?
Yes, that sounds awesome.
Just living on airports, city to city.
Living city to city, that's the dream. Nice.
Yeah, not for most people, but yeah, for me it is.
Shelley, if you could collaborate with any other producer, DJ, or artist of your choosing, who would that be and why?
I have quite a few. I would say a really big one would be, at this point, Lucy. She's an upcoming DJ, and she tends to throw down a good amount of dubstep as well as weird wubs, and she sings awesome. Another big one would be Alice in Wonderland. She's another amazing, talented DJ. She is phenomenal, and just the way she always starts off her set with that cello, it's just inspiring.
Alice in Wonderland especially, and I have like a soft spot for EDM.
She's just
all the way.
So
Alice in Wonderland.
Passionate. Yeah, she's just so passionate on stage, and just the way she talks. Sometimes she cries and just touches you, you know.
That connection is there. Like, she's extremely genuine. That's awesome.
Yes.
I can't even imagine you guys like DJing together. That would be so dope.
That'd be super sick. Yeah.
That'd be awesome. Cool. So the next question I have for you, Shelley, Um, who and what inspires your music, and what other influences or what other artists do you think you're influenced by?
At this point, a very big one would be Rez. Rez came
Yeah.
out of nowhere, but she, looking at her interviews and the way she's just very humble. You can tell that she spent hours and hours pulling all-nighters, working really hard to master her things down, and she did that mainly by herself. So she's one of the main girls who really inspires me. Another big DJ would be, I know they're all female DJs. I'm really into female DJs. All the guys out there are awesome as well, you know. But I guess you can say Excision and
Ooh, yeah.
Illenium. Like when I saw them going back to back, Illenium just brings so much like feels and happiness, and then Excision comes here bringing like very heavy energy. You know, it was such an amazing, kind of like melodic dubstep in a way.
Like a happy, like
Yeah.
a like his dubstep's always so heavy. Like the energy's just so heavy. So just making it more light, yeah, for
Mhm.
sure. I actually saw them both at
More like, yeah, kind of like
too.
Seven Lions.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
Seven Lines. Super
And
sick.
especially with like Seven Lions and Illenium, yeah, it's like happy, very lovey-dovey, but very emotional, I guess you can say too.
Yeah.
Just keeps you going.
And then they hit you with all the wood. Then they hit you and they're like, oh.
Yeah, it just hits you
out of nowhere.
That energy brings you back to like, yeah.
I feel that.
Just
nice.
go from sad to like, hell yeah.
Yeah, those are good influences. Nice. And you know, now we're done with all our normal questions for you on the artist. You know, figuring out some of your aspirations.
Oh, yeah?
To. And yeah, next up, Rudy's gonna ask you a series of would you rather questions. Just to get to know what you do in like specific situations, you know?
Okay.
All right, so Shelly, I know you're a
right,
big fan of female DJs and producers. You've made that apparent. If you could spend the day, who would you rather spend the day with, Nervo or Cruella?
Ooh, Cruella, all the way. Nervo's good too, but Cruella, like, they're just so super outgoing, their energy. And then I remember when they were barely coming up, their dubstep was big, you know, when they were with Rain Man, the three duo. But I mean, now they're still good. I give them props. They're going more of a different route with what they're doing, but they're still cool, and I would definitely would love to be with them. I've honestly even had dreams of like collaborating and being with them.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
That's crazy.
Okay, I got your next one. Okay, would you rather perform at a beach wedding in California, your best friend's beach wedding, or perform at the ball drop in New York?
I think I would have to go with the ball drop. And I think they would understand.
Yeah.
They would understand and be like, this is a big opportunity for you, you know?
Yeah.
And I'll probably have another friend of mine be like, hey, you're really close to our friend, just DJ for her because I got a big opportunity. So I wouldn't want to miss an opportunity like that. And I feel like friends would understand.
Here's another would you rather.
Okay.
Would you rather, because I've seen live streams of, say, Steve Aoki, and I've even seen him live wherever he's going out in the middle of a crowd in a raft or throwing
cake.
Yeah, throwing cake in people's faces. So would you rather have something that you throw into the crowd to gain I guess attention or popularity or some kind of shtick like that, like I was just mentioning, or would you rather throw yourself out into the crowd, maybe not necessarily in a raft, but just in a way just to excite people?
I would probably do both. I mean, if I could, crowd surfing would be like a life experience. I feel like any DJ would want to experience that, but I wouldn't throw a cake. It just gets messy. I would probably, I don't know, buy a bottle and start pouring shots to the front row or something.
Yeah.
Like the typical, or popping a champagne to people would be fun too, you know? Just, that's always very energetic. I don't know. It's fun just seeing all those popping that bottle.
Most definitely.
It hypes people up, you know? They want to get soaked up in alcohol. refreshed out there.
Would you rather spend the day with Alice in Wonderland or Lucy?
Well, I would say Lucy, only because if relation goes long, only because she's going out with Rez, and if I'm with Lucy, I could probably have the opportunity to chill with Rez, and that's two and like one, versus yeah.
Dang.
And plus, like Lucy, I mean, she's awesome. I feel like I relate a little more with her kind of style and music, and Allison would be more of she's different.
So what advice would you give to local bands, musicians, producers, DJs who are trying to break it into the music scene of San Antonio or in general? What advice would you give them?
Best advice is to try and go out and support as much as you can, because the more you go out and support, the more those DJs are going to see that, and they're like, hey, Shelly, we have to go see her. She's always coming out and supporting us, come on, guys, and it's true. And that's how I've gained most of my friends, and within like friends, people from Austin come or Dallas, and they're like, who's that? And then it's just start making connections. And that's going out really helps in making connections. I don't, honestly, when I go out, I don't even drink anymore. I just have club soda. I'm just there chilling, maybe one drink is fine, but it's just, for me, it's kind of like working. You're like trying to network, support, and trying to talk to people, and try and go out and just expose yourself. And from there, start talking like, oh, who's in charge of the show? Hey, man, can I open up for you on your next show just for free? And just do free gigs. And mainly like especially in the EDM scene, like you're not really going to get paid much. It's mainly for yourself, exposing yourself, and for people to start building your brand, which is your DJ name.
Yeah, and I kind of like how you said when you go out now, like just supporting other local artists, because that's really all that they need, like more fans. You treat it more like work, like you don't even drink anymore. It's just, okay, let me just go ahead and network with people, be my best self.
And here they come, like, hey, we got a bottle, you want a drink? It's like, okay, just one drink, but I don't care about spending money. I just want to have a good time and try and talk and support. That's it.
Yeah, like you go in there
and be professional, Yeah, have fun, but be professional at the same time.
Yeah, nice. Cool. Well, thank you so much, Shelly. That is actually all the time that we have for today. But I just want to say how much I appreciate you and you doing this interview. I know a lot of musicians, artists, DJs, producers, they really don't get nearly as appreciated as they should be when it comes to all the work that they put in, like all the hours behind Ableton Pro Tools, like all the hours behind mixing, mastering, even performing.
Yeah.
It's really a lot, and I just want to say that on behalf of M.O.B, on behalf of Musicians of Business and our org, we're always going to support you. We're always going to promote you whenever you want us to be there to promote you. Yeah, and we'll always be there to help you and encourage you. So
thanks, dude.
Yeah, for sure. So everyone go ahead, follow Shelly. Legend of Shellda on Instagram, Spotify, SoundCloud, all that good stuff.
Pretty much everything, Definitely. Just keep working, keep hustling, follow your dreams. Honestly, it's possible. It is possible. So yeah,
and everyone also go ahead and follow Musicians of Business on Instagram and Facebook as well, UTSA_M.O.B and UTSA_Underground. And stay tuned for all the upcoming local artists, musicians, bands, all those performances and interviews that are going to be coming out between May 4th and May 8th, right before interviews, or right before finals week. Yes.
Finals week. Yeah, we don't even know what day of time it is nowadays.
Yeah, honestly. But yes, so that's it for today. Thank you guys so much. And again, everyone give a big applause for Legend of Shellda for doing this interview today. That's the virtual underground experience. And we will catch you guys next time. See ya.
Thanks, Anna.